Today we're back at Redondo Beach in Des Moines, Washington. There's stairs going right down into the beach. There's 5 marker buoy members today. We split into buddy teams of 3 and 2 with myself, Tim and Steve in one team, Jim and Yada with the other team. We drop down into about 25 foot of water. Visibility isn't too bad, but as we go through the dive we find places where the silt has been stirred up quite a bit by divers. Redondo is basically a gravel and sand bottom, so there's no rock reef or natural structure. So the habitat that's down there is created by people who have been dumping things. There was a commercial dive school at this site on the pier where the Highline Community College sits now with their aquarium, and the commercial dive school dumped and created a few structures under here. You can see this boat was deliberately sunk by the concrete blocks inside to keep it down. There's a few tire piles that have been tied together to create habitat. What we found is tires really don't create good habitat, and they don't deteriorate either. Jim is with his camera system. Yada swims by. All 5 of us got in the water together. You can see how much difference the light makes when I turn the video lights on as opposed to natural light. And you can see here how the lights will light up the colors. Note the Star Wars type lightsaber. Let's take a close look at these critters. A couple of fishing boats, habitat for shrimp. There seems to be a shrimp convention going on here at this time. Over here we find a Dungeness crab with a few shrimp on top of it. Neither the shrimp nor the crab seem to mind the other's presence. There's always a few rockfish. And here we see a very small juvenile lingcod. This is a metal pipe structure in the shape of a boat, created years ago, now rusted away and deteriorating. There's always a few perch out in this area. Here Tim, trying to take a picture of the fish, winds up with a great shot of the south end of a northbound fish. Somebody tied a bunch of aluminum light reflectors together and put them down there trying to create habitat. But it seems that bare aluminum in the water creates an electrolysis effect with the salt water, deteriorates, plus the fish don't find it very good habitat. This is PVC drain pipe. Another pile of light reflectors. Somebody dumped a range oven down here. This is what remains of a Volkswagen. Several years ago, the Volkswagen was put down and it was intact. Today, all the body sheet metal is rusted away. When they first put it down there, they used it as a training exercise for advanced classes where they would connect lift bags to it and move it from one place to another. It's been in the same place now for the last couple years, as it's deteriorated so much I don't think you could lift it, it would just fall apart. the way back now, as we're more than 2/3 of the way through our breathing gas, we come upon a couple of nudibranchs, and I try to take a nice close-up of one. And on the way back in, we see Jim and Yara again. Meeting them on the way back in is more by accident than design, but all 5 divers now back together again. We get back to our entry point, but this time, instead of swimming on the surface, we swim on the bottom, and in about 6 or 7 foot of water, I find a jellyfish cooperating, and just sort of put the lens up against it and take a couple images.
Yeah? Yeah, I had a good time. I didn't meet you, I'm sorry.